Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sima Gold. So if this is your first time, please kindly subscribe. So today we are making this beautiful gown. Um if this looks like what you want to learn how to wash, sit tight and enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share my video. Thank you.
So let's go ahead to make the gown. We're working with a shoulder of 16.5. 16.5 divided by 2 will give us 8.25. So I'm going to be marking 8.25 for the front and 8.25 for the back. Now we already have the shoulder to waist for front and shoulder to waist for back. The shoulder to waist I'm working with is 19 inches. But for the back, the shoulder to waist is 18. So I'm going to be removing 1 inch from the back shoulder to waist. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my 1 inch for my shoulder slope. After marking my 1 inch for my shoulder slope, I'm going to be inserting my armhole measurement. My armhole measurement is my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 and gives me a total of 9.1. So I'm going to be inserting my 9.1 here. I would come to the back, I would insert my 9.1 here, and then I would connect. Then I'll mark my 8.25 at this place so that I'll have a straight line. And I'll mark my 8.25 here so I'll have a straight line connecting to the shoulder. I'm working with a neck measurement of 4 inches by 4. So I'm going to be curving. I'm working with the same thing at the back, 4 inches by 4. So I adjusted the front neck to 4 inches by 5, while the back neck is 4 inches by 4. So that being done, the next thing we are going to be doing is to connect this neck from the neck tip to the shoulder slope. After doing that, I'm going to be inserting my bust measurement. I'm dealing with bust 46. 46 divided by 4 gives me 11.5. So I'll insert 11.5 here. I'll come to the back, I'll insert 11.5. Then after doing that, the next thing I'll be inserting is the waist measurement. Waist 39 divided by 4 gives me 9.75. I'll come here and I'll do 9.75. Then I'll connect and I'll connect. Then I'll fix my armhole measurement. I'll get the middle of this, which is 4.75. I'll get the middle of this, 4.75. At the front, I'll go in by half. At the back, I'll go in by 0.2. Then I'll connect. I'll do the same thing here. Then I'll connect. After connecting, I'm going to be marking for the front the shoulder to bust point and the shoulder to under bust. Shoulder to bust point gives me 11.5. Shoulder to under bust is 15. Then I'll get my bust point to bust point, which is 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Then I'll take my dart half inch on both sides. Then I'll connect. Then I'll do my bust dart, which is the difference between the shoulder to waist front and shoulder to waist back. Shoulder to waist front is 19 inches. Shoulder to waist back is 18. 19 minus 18 gives me 1 inch. So I'm going to take that 1 inch on this bust point line, which is the shoulder to nipple line. I'm going to be marking 1 inch here. Then I'm going to be connecting it down here. Then the front is ready for now. We'll go to the back. We are going to be doing our back tightening. Then we'll connect it. Then I'm going to be doing my back darts. So my back tightening is one, my that is 1 inch, making it a total of 2 inch. I'm going to replace it here. That's 2 inches, so this one doesn't count again. My dart intake here is 1, so I'm going to be replacing it by this side, so there is no shortage. Now we're going to go over to the style. The first thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out this front. Having cut out this front, what I will be doing is to close up these dart legs. I'll use my masking tape to close up these dart legs. So I'm going to be closing here and using my masking tape to mask it first. Then this one, I'm going to be masking it too. And then I'll bring out everything here. So we have something like this now. So after masking it like this, I'm going to come at the center front. This is the under bust line. I'm going to come to the center front. I will go above the under bust line by say 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to curve it. So this is me trying to do a bit of that transfer. So after doing that, I'll cut out. Then I'm going to be opening this. I'm going to be opening this. Now, if I feel like I want to open it more, I'll come here, I'll open it so that I can have as much opening as I want. So I think I'm okay like this. So what I have now is this. So we'll keep this aside and go to the back. So for the back, I will just connect this to the mid armhole part, come outward a bit by 1/2 inch and blend into the armhole. So next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut. So the front part is ready, front pattern and the back pattern, they are both ready. So now we are going to proceed to cutting. So I'll first of all start by taking my front pattern and placing it on the folded parts for my center front. So this is what I have. Now according to the style, we saw some pleats going on around here. So I'm going to be opening this dart. This is called dart manipulation. So I'm going to be opening this dart by say 4 inches. So I'm going to be marking 4 inches in between here, opened, and then I will mark. And then I'll be adding 2.5 inches for my sewing allowance. and then I'll cut. So it's paramount for you to note where you started slashing on this pattern and where your slashing ends. For clarity's sake, you can actually just give a slight notch, not a notch that's so obvious, please. So this is what we have for the front. We'll lay it aside. We'll cut the line in two. Then for the lower part of the front, I'm going to place my fabric on fold. Making sure that this part, you place it as the center front. And then you add your 2.5 sewing allowance at the side. Then you cut. So this is what we have now. So in sewing, I'm going to make sure that by the time I'm done gathering here, it will return to the original measurement of this down. So I'm going to cut the lining of this and also the lining of this. Then I would let's proceed to the back. For the back, this is the center back. I'm going to be cutting this place out, cutting out the center back already. Then I would mark 1.5 inches for the zipper allowance at the back. For the zipper allowance and the back. Then I'll still cut a lining for this. Then I will go right ahead to cut the side back. And while cutting the side back, remember to add your sewing allowance of 2.5 inches. So we've cut the side back. So in all, for the back is ready. The front, the cutting is ready. I will cut exactly for the lining. So let's talk about the down parts. For the lower part, I already have my 180-degree flare cut already. So we are going to be altering it to the design. From the waist, I would mark at least 7 inches. Then this is the side of the flare. I'm going to be coming by this side, I'll take it down like this. Then I'll take it down like this. This is 7 inches. For the back, I'm going to still implement the same 7 inches. So I'm going to do this for the front like this. This is the side. So I'll go like this towards the side. So let me tell you the distance now. This is 7. This is 12. Now this is the side. I'll come to the back and do the same thing. This is 7. This is 12. So I'm going to be marking it like this. And from here to the sharp point is about 16 inches. So I'm going to mark 16 inches here. Then connect everything to this side. Then I will cut. After doing this, I will take my many flare and keep it aside gently. So this is on fold now. I'll take this upper part that we cut before from the flare, and then I'll place it. I'll place the folded part on the folded parts of this part. This is the folded part, the center front. I'm going to be doing exactly what is there. Then I'll be adding a bit of half of an inch for joining allowance. So after doing this, I'll lift up the down part of the flare. I will make sure I mark each point to each point. Then I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew. When I'm done sewing, I would iron and show us. So for the flare, I've replaced the upper parts with the plain parts. You can see the shape and the shape for the back. So I'll take this off. For the upper parts, I've turned with lining, and turned this other one with lining too. The back, I've turned it with lining. It's just a normal basic bodice. So the next thing I'll be doing is to be pinning these points to these points, the V points, let them meet. I'll pin here to here. I'll pin here to here. After that, I'm going to be pleating, gathering here. I'll gather here, and I'll gather here, and then I'll sew. When I sew, I'll fit the side and add to the waist part and sew. So when I finish sewing, I'll join to the back and fit. Then we'll join to the waist. Then we join to the flare part and fix our zip. So I'll show us the outcome when I'm done doing that. So far this is it. This is the pleats at the under bust. You can see the shape. Then this is the shape of the V. Unfortunately, it's so big that it can't set my mannequin, so